Hey guys, so I'm trying not to make this into a really long video, and that's just because I'm actually doing 3 book reviews in one. Um, so when I went to that bookstore and I got the free books, this is actually this is the series that I picked up on accident. I had never read anything by this author. They just looked like they were part of the same series. I didn't even know if it was in order, and I grabbed them. That was probably the best decision that I've made. I freaking love this series. I mean, like, seriously. It's like in my wheelhouse. It has everything that I wanted: mystery, intrigue, romance, kisses, like hidden romance, like secret admirers. Um, it has everything. Everything that you could want. Great setting, great imagery, great characters, depth. I love it. I was flabbergasted. That's how amazing this series was. So the first book is called Mercy Street by Mariah Stewart. That was the first. The second one is called Cry Mercy by Mariah Stewart. And the third one is called Acts of Mercy by Mariah Stewart. After a billionaire's wife and child go out one day, never to be heard from again, he forms the Mercy Street Foundation, where detectives, FBI agents, and retired cops work as PIs, helping the grieving find their missing loved ones, or at least answers to their prayers. Fighting love, mystery, murder, and yellow tape, the new PIs must race against the clock to solve the latest crime or mystery. So the first book is about a retired cop. She basically was forced to leave the department at no fault of her own, but she's forced to leave, and she's kind of living listlessly. She's just kind of going about life, and then a father and our lovely billionaire and his house manager, or whatever you could call her, they basically enlist her to help find some missing children and find out what happened to a couple of other murdered children. And she basically has to navigate, hiding from the police force and not letting them know what's going on, finding out who the actual killer is, and Charlie, our lovely detective who was transferred from a different place. He's kind of our love interest in the story. She has to navigate all these things, and she's a really good character. I really trust her. I love her. She's just an honest person. I definitely recommend reading this book. It was my first venture into the series, and I just loved it. I read the book within a day, and immediately I began reading the other one. So the second book is called Cry Mercy, and it's actually about a woman who, she used to be a cop in California, and she adopted a young child when she was born. Obviously the child knows she's adopted, but the child is the son or the daughter of a drug lord and like a prostitute girl who died in prison or something like that. She basically runs to the Mercy Street Foundation undercover because he's looking for her. He's trying to kill her. So this is kind of her first case with the Mercy Street Foundation, and she's basically trying to prove herself, trying to, find out who the killer is for all these women that are going missing, but at the same time running from a drug lord. And then, of course, you have her beautiful love interest, Nick. And I love that the mystery and the romance entwine so beautifully. Like, one's not outshadowing the other. And I really appreciate that in a good mystery novel. So the third one is called Acts of Mercy. And this one is actually about an ex-FBI agent who, his wife was murdered by someone that he was looking, he's a profiler, someone who was looking for, and he basically has to reinvent himself. He has to find himself again because this is, a trauma that he's endured for the last 3 years, and he's never really been able to get over it. So he's basically trying to venture out and become someone new. So he comes to the Mercy Street Foundation, and he starts to solve this case that seemingly has everything to do with him. People are dying per Acts of Mercy, which I don't know if you're Catholic, but I'm not. So of course this was the first that I was hearing about this through this book. But Acts of Mercy, like feed the poor, or feed the hungry, clothe the naked, give shelter to the homeless, etc. There's 7 acts, and people are dying through these acts. On days that are important to him, like his birthday, the day his wife died, the school he went to, etc., etc. And all the while, he's working with another FBI agent, and Fiona. So he's working with her to solve these crimes, and there's a little romance sprinkled in there. I love this story as well. This is another book that I started. Literally, I started it. I finished the second book at like 3 in the morning, and I started this book and read the first 100 pages in like 2 hours. Like, don't play with me. The series is amazing. And then I finished it the next day while I was at work, which I shouldn't be doing, but I'm allowed to read while I'm at work, so thank you. Excuse me. I can do what I want. Anyway, this is a really good series. I really appreciate you guys watching. I really hope you guys read it. And if you do, or if you've read it in the past, let me know. Let me know what you think. Tell me if you liked it, if you disliked it, anything like that. I really would appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching.